Hey mask nerds, welcome back to another mask review video. Today, my top mask picks of 2023. I know, it's been like 2 years since I did my last video and a lot's changed. I still have been active testing and chatting about masks, but I haven't done a collated video in quite a while, so I figured not ever a better time than now. So today is all about my top mask picks. Now, a lot has changed too. A lot of great masks out there. We're really not talking about is it real, is it fake anymore. It's more like, is it really high performing and how breathable is it? So it's a little more nuanced. But that's what we're going to dig into today. Now, full disclosure, all the masks that I'm featuring in this video today, I either paid for or received only as a sample. In no way have I been compensated for my review. I also have to disclose that I started my own company called Open Arrows. It's an open source hardware company. We're trying to tackle quantitative fit testing and an open source respirator. I have no profit motives, but technically I will be making a mask at some point, so I should disclose that to avoid any conflict of interest and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just the disclosure side there. Now, my top mask picks have changed quite a bit. What I look for now in a mask is, one, is it widely available in the US? Two, is it a rated mask, like an N95, a KN95, KF94, FFP2? Like, does it have these performance standard minimums? Does it come in more than one size, or does it fit a wide range of faces? There's nothing worse than a great mask that only comes in a medium, and if you haven't not fitted, it doesn't do anything for you. And the other criteria that I think is very important is breathability. We all have a lot. We're not really going to talk a lot about filtration efficiency anymore. Filtration efficiency of all these masks is great, and in the context of COVID or even wildfire smoke, it's really not about the filter media anymore and more about leakage past it. We'll talk a little bit about that as well, but really what drives comfort is how easy it is to breathe. Now, breathability is a measure of the differential pressure between inside the mask and outside. So when you suck in, do you like create a vacuum, and can you measure that? So I have an example here of two N95s. They look the same. They're both two cup masks. I mean, what's the difference between these two? Well, it turns out quite a bit, and we'll try to do a little demo here. So even though they're both N95s, and N95 is a minimum rating standard, meaning you have to heat this minimum filtration, and it has to be breathable to this number or better. But if you far exceed it, you really don't know. They get the same stamp, and that's kind of a problem. So let's create a little test to do that today. So I have my handy-dandy pressure gauge here, and I'm going to don these masks that have a port punched into them so that I may measure the pressure inside of it. And what we're going to see is, what does that pressure look like every time I talk and try to breathe in? All right, here we go. So I'm going to hold this up. This is a measurement of the pressure inside the mask. The higher the number, the harder it is to breathe. Now you're seeing that needle every time I suck in between pauses of breath. You're seeing that needle spike up. And that's because this mask, although an N95, is quite difficult to breathe in. You'll also notice that my speech feels muffled too, and that's a big difference. So let's switch over to this other N95. I mean, they're both cup masks. How different can they be? Well, let me go ahead and don this one. It takes a little bit of practice here, but I'm pretty good at it nowadays. Now this is the Moldex Airwave. What you're probably going to notice right away is that it's much easier to hear my voice. Now, unfortunately, it's not a very stiff mask, so I have to kind of work to get the probe on it. But once I have the probe on it, let's do that same experiment. And you'll notice a really big difference. Every time I'm pausing to speak between my breaths, that needle's not moving very much. And that's because this mask is a lot easier to breathe in. In fact, it's technically the most breathable mask I ever measured, but only by a very small amount, and probably is actually not different because of my method. So this is really important, and breathability to me is what one of the defining features of comfort is. And a mask that's easy to breathe in, that you wear longer, is going to be better for you than wearing a mask that's highly protective, but you're only going to wear it rarely because it's so hard to do. And so I think that's one thing I want to focus on, is masks that you can wear all day and that are comfortable for long duration wear. And breathability, I think, is a key factor in that. Now, we did talk a little bit about, and I said that filtration efficiency doesn't matter so much anymore, but fit does. And one of the things I want to bring up is something that is cool that I haven't talked about a lot, which is a low-cost qualitative mask tester by Fit Test for All. Now you're looking at like this little hood that you can put on, and we have a little mister here. And in this mister is some BreatheTeq solution. And the BreatheTeq solution you can spray into the hood. I'll just do a quick test spray, because I can taste it already. It's very bitter. And the idea is that that's quite bitter. The idea is that the particles of that are big, and they're easily captured by your mask. But if you have any leaks when your head's in there, inside that chamber, the leaks will allow the bitter compound to go past, and you'll taste it on your tongue. I am actually tasting it quite strongly now. Whoa, that is bitter. And it's a great way to compare masks about how they fit. Now, it doesn't tell you exactly where on the scale you are. It's kind of hard to tell. but it allows you to compare different masks to see which ones prevent you from tasting the bitter the longer, and those masks will fit you better. I'll have a link in the description. Again, no correlation. I just think it's a great idea, and for $39.99, you can make yourself a little miniature qualitative tester. It's a great way to up your mask game. Okay, let's talk about my top mask picks. All right, to do it, we'll start with the N95s. Now, my top pack mask pick for the N95 space, we'll start with them no order, so it's not like they're all better. I'm just going to start with the easiest one, and that is the 3M 9205 Plus. Now, why did I pick this mask? It is not the most breathable that I have today, but it is the most widely available. It fits a huge range of faces, and it's pretty comfortable. And that to me is an important thing, is it's widely available, and it fits a big range of faces. Now, if you're new to these style masks, this is a trifold mask. It's kind of like those KF94s I was testing earlier, same concept, but it has headbands. Remember, all N95s are going to feature headbands. It's a requirement for the standard, basically. If you've never worn one, I'm going to give you a quick tip on how to don it, too. If you start with a mask, preform the nose wire over your finger. That can help create a little bit of the shape to the mask. Then what you can do is wear it like a necklace to start with. Put the bottom strap on. Ensure that the top strap is here, over the top, and then you can just pop it over like that. Set your nose wire, you're good to go. If you have longer hair, what can help is you can put your hair in a ponytail, and then grab the strap, put it up, and then you can put your hair back over it and hide this top strap. I've seen that tip. I'll have a link to a video on Twitter that I found a while back that covers that too. Now, if you don't like the polyisoprene straps, they do also make this in the 9210. That comes with these white fabric straps. Those are great if you have these are too grabby if you have longer hair or if they're just uncomfortable. A little bit harder to find, but still a great option. And so if you're looking for that, the 9210. So a great mask. If it's your first N95, this is a great one to start with. Okay, my next up one is an improvement on that, in my opinion, definitely in terms of breathability. It's one I wear all the time, but it looks goofy. It's a 3M 9105 V-Flex. Oh, I forgot to mention, that one came in at 90 pascals pressure drop. This one is going to come in at 63 pascals, so quite an improvement, almost a third less pressure drop than that one. Now, the problem with the V-Flex is it looks goofy. It's very breathable, but these wings over here, like they're a spoiler. If you're running fast, it gives you some extra downforce. They're a little goofy. But the breathability is really great on these masks, and I find them to be really, really comfortable if they fit. Now, they also have the advantage that they come in a small too, the 9105S. Now, they're a little harder to get because because of how they're distributed and stuff. Still not too difficult, but I'll get some links in the description. Again, I don't get paid for any of this stuff. I'm trying to help you find them. But these two masks here are great, 9105 and 9105S, so of the large and small. 63 pascals breathability. That is really, really good. Now, for the cup mask people, we're back to this one. Now, this is the Moldex 4620. It's a black mask. It features this soft foam seal, and like I said, super breathable. In fact, it's 61 pascals, technically the most breathable. 2 pascals difference. Probably not really actually different in my measurement, but close enough. Comes in a medium, large, and a small, and seriously, super easy to breathe it. Now, this particular one can be a little hard to find, the 4620. Any of the Airwave series are all pretty much the same in terms of breathability. The difference is this internal one. I like the 4620 because it has this soft foam seal, but that can be a little tough to find. If you find any of the other Moldex, they're fine too. I prefer the ones with the foam seal. They also have one that has a carbon layer in it too to help with smells. Little slight increase in pressure drop there, but otherwise, like if you're going to try to find a cup mask, this thing's really, really great. Now, I know some people like Bifold. Most of the masks I talked about will fit most people, but some people Bifolds just fit better. My top pick in the Bifold space is the Campak 520L. Comes in a large, or you can also get a medium large, and you can also get, I believe, a small or a medium in this one as well. Why do I like this one? Highly breathable. 64 pascals. Again, very, very breathable. Just to give you context, it's like these masks, when you get to this breathability, most people the first time they try them are like, are these real? Because they're so breathable relative to what we're all used to. Now, this mask is a bifold style. It has some foam on the nose wire. The nose wire is pretty decent, but that breathability is really, really excellent too. So check out the Campak if you're into the bifold space. And next up is the Draeger Explorer 1750. Now, I had to get in my stash. This one's ported already from a test. They don't come with this, just to bring that up. Also, another breathable bifold, a little bit bigger than the Campak. So if you're were looking for something a little on the bigger side, this is a great option. Now, the Draeger comes in at 77 pascals, so a little bit higher, but still well within the breathability scale. And if you like this style of mask, it's going to be a great option for you. Now, I'm gonna give a couple masks to watch. I don't have the data and I haven't worn them long enough, but they're new on the scene, and I have a feeling in a year from now, because it's probably when I'll do this video again, they're gonna be a little further along. Now I'm gonna show the Draeger. Now this one has a valve on it. Normally, you know, if there's universal masking, don't be wearing a valve. But if there's not, I don't see the moral issue with having a valve. So I'm gonna show this one. I didn't have any unvalved with me at the moment, but this is a mask to keep an eye on. Again, a trifold design, which I like a lot, but the boost over this, over let's say the Aura, it's 75 Pascal, so it's noticeably easier to breathe in than the Aura. It fits a little bit different with this like little pleat here, and it just feels a little stiffer, but a little thinner. So I don't feel like it's as warm or, you know, kind of gets humid in the mask. That feels like the Draeger is a little bit better for that. So this is a mask to keep an eye out. They also offer it in a small too, so this is a meant to watch out for. Another one that I feel like is going to get talked about more and more is Trident. Now the Trident Safety is out of Australia, and this mask actually is quite breathable too. I think these are somewhere around in the 70 Pascal range. But what I really like about this mask, which is rare, one, they make it in a huge size. So they make an extra small with headbands, probably the only headband kid mask that I'm aware of right now, an extra small. And they offer it in a small and a regular with extended head loops and an extra large. Now that is rare, a really big mask. Now unfortunately right now only available out of Australia, or if you're a little, you know, you can kind of order them. But let's keep an eye on these. Hopefully these can make it to the US because I think these are a great one. So those are a watch item. I haven't wear them long enough to say they're, especially the Draeger yet, but these are just things to keep an eye on. And slightly I won't put pressure on people like Trident to import them in the US because they're a great mask. That's what I want to see. 3M, please make a black Aura and make it in different sizes. I think that would help a lot. Now, my budget mask in 95 of the day is the Jackson Safety Mask. Now, I bring this up because it's very, very similar to the Kimberly-Clark duckbill. Comes in at a total of 65 Pascals. Now, why did this make it to my top pick? It is the budget mask pick of the day. This entire bag of masks costs $5. That's right, they're 10 cents a mask. That is an incredibly cheap deal. They're very breathable. You know, they're not maybe my favorite mask in the entire world, but they are breathable. They are very inexpensive, and they are an N95. So, and there's nowhere, you know, it's pretty decent. The breathability is really great. And for 10 cents, these are something you can just have around and throw away and have no qualms about, you know, tossing a $1, $2 mask. It's 10 cents. It's my budget pick of the day. All right, let's move into the ear loop space. Now, all those N95s before feature headbands. Some people prefer ear loops. They're easier to take off, they're a little bit more convenient, and to each their own. We all want great masks for whichever style of either headband or ear loop you want. Now you've known in this video a lot, we talk a lot about KF94s in the past, and honestly, KF94s are still great. So if you are up to KF94, they're awesome. But today's video, I want to focus on masks that come in a wide ranges of size, because although the Balloon Face Fit is a great mask and it fits a pretty decent range of face, it only comes in one size. And I think there's been a lot of improvement in this space about masks that fit a variety of sizes. And so while the KF94 space was great, and it still is, I'm going to really talk about masks that come in a wide range of sizes that are easily to get. So there's no shame against KF94s, still love them. They're a great mask. I still wear some of them today, but we're going to talk about masks that come in all different sizes, not just one single size. Now, my one thing that I do complain about is a lot of the masks we're going to talk about don't have adjustable ear loops. And I think adjustable ear loops is so critical to getting a good fit. Because ear loop masks are much more sensitive to face shape and have the low ceiling pressure because you're only relying on your ears to do it, they're really critical to have an adjustable ear loop. So a quick, simple mask hack is, and I'll put a link below, is a crochet needle and these little tiny rubber ear toggles. Now they're super cheap. I think a pack of is like $5 for like 100 of them, and they work great. And it really is simple to convert your mask into an ear loop. You basically just pop on the little insert. Oops, actually I put it on a little backwards. Let me try that again. You just pop on the little insert onto the crochet needle, grab the ear loop, pull it through, and ta-da, you now have an adjustable ear loop mask. It takes just a second. I know it's annoying. Some masks I'll talk about do already come with this done, but I would hate to exclude a great mask like the one I'm holding now simply because it doesn't come with adjustables. And it's a little annoying, but this is a simple hack to do it. So yeah, I wish I wouldn't have to talk about it. But hey, if you're watching this video in 2023, you're a mask nerd already, so not a little hassle. All right, so that's how we make adjustable ear loops. I'll put the link in the description below. So first up in my ear loop choices are the BreatheTeq. Now the BreatheTeq is a US available option that's very similar to Canada mask. I'm not sure quite the connection there, but it features super breathability. The nose wire money. It is a nice aluminum nose wire, comes in black and gray, comes in sizes from extra small to large. So this mask in all the different sizes come in a lot of options. Now, highly breathable. This particular mask right here comes in at 69 pascals, so not much different than those N95s I was showing before. Really nice and breathable. That makes a nice comfortable mask. The nice metal nose wire, oh, really great. Now, one mask that I feel like isn't perfect but really fits the bill is the SaveWo Ultra. Now, the nose wire is not as good as this BreatheTeq, but what it does have that the BreatheTeq doesn't is the ear loops are pretty good on this. They're kind of the spaghetti style wide, but this is the SaveWo Ultra. I talk a lot about it because it's got big monster chunky ear loops. The nose wire, if you're really sensitive to nose wire, it's not going to work well for you, but I love this mask because of those chunky ear loops, and it is so breathable. It comes in at 65 pascals, but the difference is it's so thin too that it doesn't get hot inside. So this is one of the things I love about this mask is it's super breathable. Once you put the ear toggles on, oh, these big chunky ear loops, they're so nice. So SaveWo Ultra 3D, great mask. Again, comes in sizes from tiny kids. They have multiple kid sizes, 3 kid sizes, adult sizes, and small, medium, and large. I wish the larger was, I wish they made an extra large because that would send it through the moon, but still, you know, we got a whole range from little kids all the way to adults, all feature that super breathable material, just like that BreatheTeq. So this is a great mask in my opinion. Now, another mask that I think that we got to talk about too, that now this company is Wellbefore. Wellbefore kind of came on the scene a couple years ago. They made some KN95 bifolds that, you know, they were protective, but breathability wasn't great. Boy, have they really improved their product. Now, this is the Wellbefore Pro 3D. It's a great mask. Okay, first of all, it features a really malleable but strong nose wire. I'm pretty sure it's aluminum. It's got soft foam like the Aura features. It is a plush mask, built-in adjustable ear loops. Wow, this is like a great ear loop mask. So if you're after an ear loop mask, like, oops, sorry, excuse me, I gotta loosen these ear loop adjusters on this one. If you're after an ear loop mask, this is a really great one. They also make a headband version, but because, you know, the breathability is really good on this mask, it comes in at 67 pascals. It's really a great breathable mask. The only thing that I like maybe in some of the other N95s are, because one, it's not N95 rated, they do have a headband version, is it's a little thicker on the inside, so it gets a little warmer, but I don't know, it's still a great mask, and in the ear loop space, it's a top pick. It's a really great option. Now, I really like to bring in those budget options. The Wellbefore, they make their Wellcome series. Again, no adjustable ear loop on it, but this is their Wellcome series. I think they have a subscribe and save thing. 69 cents a mask, or if you just buy it straight up, 99 cents. These things are really, really breathable at 80 pascals, so pretty damn good. And very breathable. I mean, Wellbefore has really, boom, knocked it out of the park and coming from like last place to first place. So really, I'm really impressed with what they're doing. They're focused on making really good masks and making them better and better. So, you know, you really can't fault a company that's really trying to improve their product. So this is like a great budget pick, and that Wellbefore, yeah, they're making good. So these are great breathable masks. Now, I know some of you like bifolds because they just fit your face better or you're more comfortable. I'm going to show you my top bifold pick. The Campak 520L. What? Isn't that an N95? It is. But because of how they do their headband, it has a little toggle that you can easily pull the wire out, or the head strap out, and you can convert these to ear loops. Oh, this is one of my favorite, and you got to tighten them up a little bit when you switch to the ear loops, but what a great ear loop version. I mean, I feel like if you're not going to, oh, it's just so breathable. Again, we're talking 65, well, I think it was like 69 pascals for this one. I'll correct it up here. I can't remember off the top of my head. Wow, just super awesome, 64 pascals. It's great. You can convert a headband or convert it to ear loop. It's super awesome. Now, another one too that I think has done a really good job is the Wellbefore Wellbefore. Now, Wellbefore also offers their KN95s in a few different sizes. I forgot to mention the Campak is available in a medium, large, and a small version as well. Wellbefore also offers a Bifold KN95 style, the style KN95, and if you're rocking the bifolds, pinch the nose wire between the thumb and forefinger, get a nice radius there. Feature adjustable ear loops built in, and they make it in a wide range of sizes from extra small, like the world's tiniest little toddler mask, up to a large. So again, we want to see breathable mask across a wide ranges. Now these ones came in at about 125 pascals, so a little on the higher end, but given that they have a wide range of sizes, they come with adjustable ear loops, they still made my pick. There's also the Powecom. Now Powecom has been around the game for a long time. Not necessarily adjustable ear loops, but again, with that little mask hack, easy to convert. but they do offer a wide range of colors, very reasonably priced, and have been consistent and around. And a lot of people like wearing this particular mask because it fits a wide range of faces. And so, you know, not necessarily the most breathable. 115 pascals, pretty dang good though. And they make this in a large, or the medium large that I'm wearing now, and they also have a small now too. Last on the list is a US company, B&X. I think they actually make a pretty decent product in terms of their Bifold series. 89 pascals pressure drop, so pretty dang breathable. Again, they offer it, importantly, in a small, medium, and large. So I want to see that. There are other companies out there that make great masks, like Armbrust is US based, but I would really like to see a wider range of sizes. Because again, when you're wearing bifolds, it's really important that you get one that fits your face, you know, fits your face. And the more options that are out there, the more likely to fit. This one came in at 89 pascals. So these are my bifold picks. All right, now let's move into printed masks. Now, there are some good options out there. I know not everyone wants just a black or white mask. We want something to match our outfit, something to match our personality, and they're getting more and more of them out there. I would like to see more than what we have now, but at least we're seeing some improvement out there. My top pick in this space right now has been SaveWo. They're making a crazy range of masks from nice colors like this pastel color here or a gray mask. Now, I should note that the difference between this and this is that only those chonky ear loops come in the white mask, those Ultra 3D, these nice chonkers. You're going to get a slightly smaller ear loop with these, but you do get them in some choices of sizes and colors. And they're also doing kids masks, like this one here. This is Buzz Lightyear. And probably my favorite series of printed masks today, just because they're fun. How about a Stormtrooper mask? Or let's be Iron Man. Or my personal favorite, Darth Vader. Everyone always talks about how masks are like Darth Vader masks. Well, now we can finally be like, Luke, I am your father, or whatever he says. I guess that was a little Arnold sounding like. But anyways, it's really cool to have a Darth Vader mask. Print quality is pretty darn good, and breathability is excellent. It kind of ranges a little bit, but about 76 pascals on this mask. So that is pretty dang cool to me to be Darth Vader. Again, a wide range of sizes and prints on these from SaveWo. Now, the second mask that I also like, and they made it last year and they continue to make it because they make such a damn good mask. Now, Masklab, unfortunately, has one size. Their nose wire is not as good as the other masks. Breathability is great, you know, 70 pascals, 70 to 80 pascals, and the print quality. Oh, the masks are so beautiful that they make. I just wish they made them in more sizes. So just a single size, no adjustable ear loops, but again, you can add the ear toggles like we showed earlier. Beautiful mask, but yeah, unfortunately just one size. I really, really wish they'd extend. Now, there's also the other option, too, of the Posh KF95 Posh option. I only have the kids mask because I don't have any adults. I gave them all away. They make this in a small and adult. Basically, it's kind of like a medium. Good nose wire. Print quality is pretty cool. They got lots of options out there. It technically comes with adjustable ear loops, too, so that's a bonus. So this is the other printed mask option. Pretty much the only thing I've seen in printed are the trifold style masks. But last but not least, a question I get answered all the time, and it's been difficult to answer, and I have been working on it, is I have a really big head. What should I wear? And I have some answers for you. Unfortunately, not a lot of options in the really big space. It's kind of weird that I can always get these tiny little extra small masks, but it's really fine to big masks. So my brother, unfortunately, also, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, was born with a big head as well, and he's been helping me find masks that he thinks work well for someone with a big head. His picks so far have been the Megafit KF94 extra large. This is a trifold, boat style mask. It has adjustable ear loops when you can wrap them through this little insert here to adjust it. It's a big boy mask. I mean, if you put it on my face, you can see how big this is. So if you have a big head and you've been looking for an ear loop style respirator, this thing is huge. I mean, it is a monster. Look at this thing. It is huge. So it doesn't even fit my face at all because it's so big. But if you're looking for if you have a big head, these Mega XXL, really nice and breathable, 80 pascals. That's really, really nice and breathable. His other top mask pick is this Milwaukee 50-73-4000. It's an N95. It is vented. This test probe, it was added by me. This is one that I actually tested. I didn't have any spares of these. He really likes this mask. He says it really fits kind of like the gasket. This foam gasket gives a good seal. It's pretty dang big on the inside. The rigid outside he likes because it's nice, stays nice and fit to his face. It does have an exhalation valve, so again, if universal masking is in mandate, don't use an exhalation valve, but if it's not, I don't see the issue with doing that. If no one else is wearing a mask, what does it matter if you happen to wear one too? So exhalation valves are just fine. He really likes this Milwaukee mask. Pretty big, and breathability is pretty good at 106 pascals. All right, well, thank you for making it to the end of this video. Hopefully I got something for everybody out there. I know it's been a little while since I made it. So thanks for hanging around. If you have any questions, more feedback, stick them in the comment section. Social media, oh boy, I don't know. I'm on Twitter, formerly known as X, or X formerly known as Twitter. That place is getting a little dicey for me, so I'm still there, at MassNerd. You can hit me up there. Also on Blue Sky, also on Mastodon. I mean, pretty much every platform out there. It's a little annoying to see so much, so let's just bring it back to the YouTube community. So throw your comments, throw your questions below. I'll try my best to answer them. I'll probably do some more long format videos as I stack enough information together. The mask world is slowing down a little bit, but hopefully this fall isn't too crazy and not too much interest, but just in case, I wanted to be prepared. So thanks everybody, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you.